Hi Leo, welcome to Sweetteaastro and Tarot. My name is Erica. Why don't you sit a spell and we can talk about the stars. So how's life? I hope that you're doing well. And eclipse season is ending. Now, let me go ahead and address something as well. This is the second video that I've shot for y'all. The first one I accidentally deleted mid-upload because I'm brilliant like that. I also have my air conditioner going in the background, so you may hear some of that blowing in the background. I'm sorry, that's why I'm using my mic. Is what it is, doing the very best that I can for y'all, by y'all, with what I have. High-tech redneck in it and everything, with me and my little tablet and my little cheap microphone. For those of you who don't know me, I lost everything in a house fire 2 years ago, and I'm rebuilding my life from the ground up with my fiance Jeremy, who happens to be a Leo. Hi babe. So yeah, enough about me. Let's talk about what's going on with you. On the 16th, this coming Friday, we have a 24-degree in Pisces full moon prenumbral lunar eclipse that will be occurring in your 8th house. The 8th house is ruled by Scorpio, and it governs other people's money, regeneration, transformation, metamorphosis, primal and basic instinct. It also covers sexuality, life, death, rebirth, and birth, that entire cycle. The full moon will be in conjunct Venus, the planet of love, harmony, and beauty, in Venus, in your 3rd house, in Jupiter, the planet of expansion, excess, and achievement, just moved in there as well. So the 3rd house may be below and up for you. 3rd house is ruled by Gemini, and it covers your siblings, your cousins, your neighbors. It also covers short distance trips or journeys, and communication. Communication is a big area. Communication is how you speak, how other people interpret you, and how you interpret others. It also covers your communication devices. It covers your commute. And we're also in the middle of Mercury retrograde, so you may be finding that your commute to work is impeded by some sort of traffic or something to that effect, possibly some construction. This full moon will also be squaring Mars, the planet of energy, impulse, and aggression, in Sagittarius, in your 5th house, and this means that tension will be present there. The 5th house is ruled by you, Leo, and it's the house of pleasure. It's the house of your social life. It's the pleasure that you get from making your children. That's the house that we make our babies in. That's where love begins. It's also the house of creativity, where you have things that you are invested in, that you have skin in the game in, that you care about. So that's a pretty intimate house for you as well, if it's a part of you, if it's something you care deeply about. I suggest going out dancing, or trying to dance it off, shake it off. That's the best way to work out that aggressive energy, as opposed to working it out through your body. If you don't work it out one way, it'll show up in another, which means you might be more aggressive if you aren't willing to work out. So heads up. You've undergone eclipses just like everybody else. The eclipse, or the first eclipse, the thing that started it off for us, was on the 18th of August. We had a 25-degree prenumbral lunar eclipse in Aquarius, and this was in your 7th house. The 7th house is ruled by Libra, and it is governing open enemies. That is testifying in open court against someone. I also see it as arguing with someone online on an online forum where other people get to see it and witness it. And that thing moving back there in the background is my dog trying to get comfortable under blankets because she's pouting. Anyways, the 7th house also governs counseling. It governs how you identify with others through the partnerships that you have. And partnerships can be business partnerships, familial partnerships, intimate partnerships. Any partnership, or what I consider a partnership to be, is where you work in coordination, in tandem with another person to create something, to reach a goal, to achieve something. And that can cover lots of different people in your world when you start to looking at it from that perspective. On the 1st of September, just a few days ago, we had a new moon solar eclipse in Virgo, and this was in your second house. The second house is ruled by Taurus, and that is the house of your values. That's the house of money, your possessions, your self-esteem, and your earning ability. Anything that you would point at and say, that's mine, would probably be governed under that house, because it's the mine energy. Once again, there was a T-square between the second house and your 5th and 8th houses. The 5th house is that Leo-ruled house of creativity, children, social life, and pleasures. The 8th house is the house of life, death, rebirth, your instincts, sex, and other people's money, regeneration, transformation, and metamorphosis. We have a new moon in Libra that will be occurring for us on the 30th of the month, and this will be occurring in your 3rd house, the house of communication. And Gemini just moved in here, so this would be a really good time for self-promotion, or possibly hanging out with your family. And we're getting towards the autumn time where family events seem to happen more and more, so that's a nice thing. 3rd house, short distance journeys, siblings, cousins, and neighbors, and your communication. So that's what's going on in the astrology surrounding this full moon. I spoke about the next lunar cycle, but there's still other things that are going on astrologically, and I spoke about them in the very first September video that I released for you. I'll have that linked in the description down below. I've also got it timestamped to where you can go straight to where I'm talking about the full moon and hear about the second half of September and all of its wonderful glory. So I hope that you check that out, Leo. I will be transitioning now to the tarot portion. And I'm going to give you the information that I wrote down pertaining to the last video that I shot for y'all, like the tarot total. And if any of the cards pop that were around for the other video, I'll do my best to make that aware or make that apparent as well. So I'm getting tongue-tied. Let me go ahead and shift over. I'll be right back, y'all. Hang tight. Hi Leo, I'm back. Before I start pulling your cards, I want to show you the boxes from the oracle cards that I will be pulling for you as well once I get finished with the tarot portion. First of them on deck is the Butterfly Oracle card for Life Changes deck. This is by Doreen Virtue. I think that it is very appropriate for the eclipse season that we have been undergoing and enduring, living through, and surviving. The second oracle card that I will be pulling for you is the Sacred Rebels Oracle card from this deck by Elena Fairchild. The artwork is by Autumn Sky Morrison, and it is a fan favorite amongst many who watch this channel. I am so happy that I could share it with you. It spoke to the rebel in my heart. The final deck that I will be reading from is the Journey of Love deck. This is also by Elena Fairchild. The artwork is by Razuli, and my fiance got this for me as a gift for my 1,000 subscriber mark. Thank you so much, Jeremy, and he happens to be a Leo as well, so I love you, babe. All right. I'm also going to read from the from the Journey of Love Oracle deck guidebook for the corresponding, for the corresponding card that falls. I thought I heard something. Maybe I'm just going crazy. Okay. There's another set of oracle cards that I will pull as well, but I do not have the author's name of who published them. I got them from a secondhand store. I also got another set of cards that I believe is from the same publisher that I'm playing with on my own. They're rune cards, like Germanic runes or Nordic runes, to help me familiarize with that form of divinity, and I will share them with you when I feel more comfortable with them. So, this is a reading, a general reading for my Leo friends. If this reading does not resonate for you, please check your moon or rising sign. I really suck at giving that disclaimer, y'all. I'm sorry. Thank you so much for not being so hard on me about it. I'm still a newbie. I'm learning how to do all of this. I got a lot of things going on. A lot of things. All right. I'm going to go ahead and cut. I used my right hand for that. I always use my left hand. Why did I use my right hand? I'm being told to go with it. Okay. The bottom card for the underlying theme or the overarching energy, and the top 3 for clarity. Healing and Meditation Oracle card deck. Thankful for the energy put in, and we are appreciative for the messages that it brings us. For my Leo friends for the September full moon. Butterfly Oracle deck by Doreen Virtue. If I could talk, y'all. It feels like if I'm not, either I'm stumbling over my tongue, not able to speak properly or announce, I'm coughing until I'm crying, and my stomach hurts. I don't know what my problem is. Let me cut. Left hand. I say left hand because the left hand is the receptive hand. It's my non-dominant hand. It's not the left hand is, it's your non-dominant. And for me, that is my left hand. Let me clarify. I'm going to take the top card and the bottom card. Now let's move on to the Sacred Rebels Oracle deck. And I feel like such a dunce for deleting y'all's video because, you know, 1, it was completed, but 2, it was the longest video that I had done for this series, and it had a couple of different messages that it could have brought forth. But for whatever reason, thank you, NyQuil remnants or Mercury retrograde or whatever you want to call it, you're not getting that message. You're getting this one. So my bad. I'm sorry. I apologize. I'm always going to be honest and be real with y'all and let you know what had happened. That's what happened. I'm woman enough to admit when I was wrong or if I've made mistakes, and I hit the delete button. It was an accident, yo. Oh, you got lanyap. You got 2. Lanyap, for anybody who is new here, is a Southern word, a Louisiana term for a little something extra. The Journey of Love Oracle deck, another one by Elena Fairchild. And if you like her cards, this card deck is made by the same company that made the Sacred Rebels Oracle card deck. The card stock feels sturdier, and the lamination feels like it will be able to... Did you see how that flipped? I don't know what I was trying to say. It's gone. It comes and it goes. It's very fast. What can I say? Alright, I'm going to go ahead and flip these cards over. I'm going to do that on pause. Make sure that I get my book marked where I can go straight to the reading for your Journey of Love card. I'll be reading the rest of them without the books, but thank you so much for being here, Leo, and hang tight. I'll be right back, y'all. Hey, Leo. I'm back with your cards. I've got them flipped over, got my work area kind of figured out, got my notes close by. So, I did the math for this reading before I hit record, and that's where I'm going to start off at, because I opened this video by saying, hi, how y'all doing? And I still mean it, hi, how y'all doing? But I also referenced the fact that this is not the first Leo video that I shot, alright? And I'm sorry, I'm trying to get comfortable. My leg hit the desk. Anyways. Okay. The first reading, none of the cards from the first reading showed up, so there's that. However, there is some synchronicity appearing, because The first card spread totaled out to 38. 3 plus 8 is 11. And this card spread totaled out to 11, but in different ways. Pretty synchronistic though. The 11th house is ruled by Aquarius. That may mean something to you. Aquarius governs the house, the 11th house, of your goals, your bucket list, your wishes, the dreams for your future that you have for yourself. It governs your groups, the associations and memberships that you may hold. It governs your friends. It can be your real life friends, your work friends, your school friends, any of your little social circle friends. Can also cover your internet friends or your gaming friends if you're a gamer. So I thought that was pretty interesting. So let's go ahead and see what happened this go around, right? The first card you got, the underlying theme or the overarching energy, however you choose to see it, is the Two of Swords in reverse. The 2 speaks to the Taurus ruled house of values, money, your possessions, your earning ability, and your self-esteem. The swords represent air sign energy. The air signs are Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. I giggle because in the very last video I hybridized the word Geminbra, where I combined Gemini and Libra. That's why I'm chuckling. This is a decision and you are somehow stuck in your mind. You are unable to figure out the details. I think that also this is in the reverse because Mercury is in retrograde and all of the details aren't apparent to you, or they aren't fully fleshed out, or they are subject to change. All of this is the blue represents emotions, but in this particular card, in this particular situation, it's like the nebulousness of boundaries and not knowing, is this a good idea or a bad idea, or am I being given an illusion, or is this reality, is what I'm getting from the feel of this card. Also notice the little moon right here down below. This is a full moon reading. The full moon can definitely, the full moon does, it dictates water tides, right? We're 98% water. Tell me astrology don't mean something. She's in her head. The facts may not be right. If it's not you, it's someone around you. If they're a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, it could be their moon or their rising sign as well. I think it might definitely be more indicative to the moon sign because we've got the moon right here. That's just a hunch that I have. It might not be the case for you. You're not going to know those signs unless they tell you the information from their birth chart, or and that's if they know it. Most people only know their sun signs, which is the date that they were born under. Like April 16th, Aries sun. But I'm also a Scorpio rising, and I have a Taurus moon. The first card of the top 3 for clarity that you got is the King of Swords in reverse. The King of Swords is a mature and established individual who knows what they're doing. When I see the King upright, I think of an expert in his field, usually dealing with the mental faculties of some way, possibly a teacher, doctor, lawyer. In the reverse, I see this person as coming from a lower vibration. I also see it as a very subjective perspective. I see it as someone who is using the words to cut as opposed to cut the person, not cut to the heart of the matter. And those are two different things. You can cut to somebody's heart, or you can cut to the heart of the matter. Sometimes that means the same thing, and sometimes it has two totally different meanings. It's gonna resonate for you how it's supposed to. King of Sword Court. Y'all. King of Swords represents air sign energy, masculine air sign energy. It does not have to be a male just because it's showing up as a king, but take it for what it's worth. This is a general reading. The air signs are, once again, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. A Gemini would be born between May 21st and June 21st. A Libra would be born between September 23rd and October 22nd. And an Aquarius would be born between January 20th and February 18th. That's sun sign. The moon and the rising, you won't know that unless you look at the chart. Oh, Lord have mercy. I have never done that. Did y'all see that? My King of Swords tried to jump in my candle flame. You may be having an argument with somebody, and they may be from the air sign variety. Or it could be like a boss. Well, okay, and the 11th house, Aquarius ruled. It could be somebody, it could be dealing with somebody in a group that you associate with. It could be a friend on the internet. It could be one of your friends as well. The next card that you got is the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. The Knight of Pentacles is representative of many different things. For me, let's start off with the Knight. The Knight is representative or indicative to me of a message or messenger. If it is a messenger, then it is someone of the middle-aged variety. I would say mid-20s to mid to late 30s, 26, 27 to 36, 37. If they are not in that age group, then they're possibly acting this age. The fact that they're in reverse could be that they're acting immature if they are in this age group. Okay, if it's a message, then it's a message probably dealing with money or resources. Money's pretty self-explanatory, but resources are things that you could expend on another living thing or situation. Your time, your money, devotion, energy, love, support. The fact that it's in reverse is also speaking to the fact that you feel like there may be a lack. The way that the two cards are laid out, it looks like, okay, you're going to see the mirror reverse, but I'm going to try to show you how I'm seeing it. This is, the King is the first card, the Knight is the second. It's like the Knight of Pentacles is in lack or in need of resources, time, money, something, and is going to the expert, the boss, the authority, the friend, the higher up, the somebody that you look to possibly as a mentor or boss. I'm seeing this as possibly asking for a raise or asking for some sort of acumen, asking for a kudos, asking for something. And the answer that you get isn't going to make you happy. This is the Nine of Cups. The Nine of Cups upright is the wish card. It's the happiness card. It's everything fulfilled. It's having everything that you need and then some, being fat and sassy about it. The cups represent things that sustain you, that fill you up and make you feel whole. We each have a core, and when I look at the cups, I think of the cup being what is the encapsulation of what surrounds our core. It is how it reaches to the very bottom of us and fills us to the top. That may not have been the best articulated explanation, but I'm doing the best I can. This medicine is kicking my behind. The 9 as well represents the Sagittarius ruled house of, and this is a big one, it's foreign people, foreign places, foreign things. It's higher education, higher learning, the expansion of the mind. It's the study of astrology. It's legal system matters. It's long distance trips. It's adventures. It's questing. It's the study of philosophy. It's the study of religion. I don't know if I said the study of astrology, but this individual is saying, no, I don't believe so. You could be going to a lawyer wanting to talk about, I see this as you asking for a raise or asking for some sort of money from somebody and getting denied and you not knowing what to do about that denial. It's like you finally gathered up the gumption, and I don't know why you wouldn't have the gumption, Leo, because you're so royal, you're so regal. Why would you be feeling like you wouldn't get what you asked for. People are so eager to please you. But that or your expectations are too high, or something to that effect is what I'm seeing play out in the tarot portion. And like I said at the beginning of this reading portion, the total for this reading turned out to be 11, because you had 2 cards that had numbers associated. The 9 of Cups and the 2 of Swords. 9 plus 2 is 11. And like I said, the other reading also ended up in 11. So Aquarius may be important to you. Your friends, your groups, your memberships and associations, your future dreams, your goals and your wishes. You might be undergoing a change of what your goal or dream is. It's all going to manifest in different ways for each of us. The first card that I pulled for you from the Healing and Meditation Oracle deck is Motivation. This exercise is important when you are trying meditation for the first time. Considering ways to develop your practice or returning to meditation after an interlude, this is always a good place to start. You may wonder what motivates people to meditate and whether meditation can bring true and lasting rewards. Trying to express in words and thoughts what you hope to gain from meditation can be a revelation in itself. So consider the following, Leo. May I learn more about myself and the purpose of my life through my meditation practice. May meditation make me a better, more compassionate, and loving human being. May new insights and experiences broaden my horizons. May my life be happier, healthier, and less stressful as a result of my meditation practice. The first butterfly oracle card that you got was hobbies. And this is also covered by your 5th house that you are having a lot of energy playing out in. 5th house covers hobbies, your creativity, the creation energy that surrounds that house. It could be that you are interested in a new hobby. It could be that you are getting into a new hobby. It could be that your hobbies are shifting or changing. Your idea of a good time could be shifting or changing. If you don't have a particular hobby, this is also an oracle card that is calling you to find a way to expend some of your artistic talent and creative pursuits, creative energy towards a hobby that will bring you some sort of joy, some sort of satisfaction. There's nothing better than being able to create something and see it come to life in front of you. And I'll be honest, I used to really pick on my mom and my sisters about their crafting because I just wasn't really what I was about. And I used to joke and say that they were getting their little house on the prairie on. And the older I get, the more I see that there are a litany of hobbies that one can get into. And I was being very judgmental, and I shouldn't have been. And my mom happens to be a Leo, and one of my sisters is a Leo. They were actually born on the same day, July 31st. But yeah, this is embracing new hobbies, embracing other people's hobbies as well. And seeing that, you know, even though it doesn't work for you, it's working for somebody else, and you can be happy for them in that regard. This is also an opportunity where a hobby may start yielding some money for you. Or you may be contacted about somebody wanting to contract you for your work, which would be super awesome. The second butterfly card you got was Keep the Faith. I think that's pretty good. I think this is a nice oracle card to get no matter what's going on. Keeping the faith is always a good thing. I hope that it's not because you are going through a crisis of faith or a trial of faith. I don't want you to lose your religion, per se. Real talk, I know what it's like to live a faithless existence, and it's not very fun. it feels pretty hopeless. And it can lead to bitterness. Having faith. Keep the faith not just in religious or philosophical matters, but keep the faith in those around you. Keep the faith in yourself as well. And keep the faith that what's going on is exactly what needs to happen. And this could be where you're feeling like the universe, pardon me, is slamming doors in your face, but keep the faith that it's exactly what's supposed to happen. I would not be here right now talking to you about this keep the faith card if I did not experience a lunar eclipse slamming a door in my face. It really wasn't a door slamming in my face. It was me running out of a door. Running, half naked, out of a door in the middle of the night while my house burnt down and bullets were flying. It felt like I woke up in a war zone and ran out. And I went to a very dark place after that. But I'm healing. I have done so much healing. I have faith now. I see that everything has divine purpose, divine timing, divine plan, even when it hurts. Especially when it hurts. Because, baby, they don't call them growing pains for nothing. Now, you got 2 Sacred Rebel Oracle cards, you lucky dogs, you. I guess you lucky cats, you, because you're Leos. The first card that you got was the word wants to be written. Can't help but just be drawn to all of the butterflies that are seemingly gathering at the expansion of her crown chakra. The butterflies always represent 8th house to me. They always will. Transformation. Just think about the life of a butterfly. They are a caterpillar and everything's fine, and then they all of a sudden go on just a binge eating fest, and oh, every leaf on the planet is the most wonderful thing, and then they're bound up in a tight corset like cocoon and can't move and struggling to breathe and struggling to survive, and then finally busting out of this thing and feeling the relief of not being so encased but also terrified because your body doesn't look the same, your body doesn't move the same, your perspective of the world was last from the ground and now it's in the middle of the air. Can you imagine the trauma of that? Have you ever stopped to think about that truly? I just have started to. It's not like I'm like, oh, look at how elevated I am. No, it's not like that. Have you truly stopped and thought about that process? It's transformation. It is exactly what the 8th house is about. Life, death, and rebirth. This is the 42nd card of the Sacred Rebels Oracle deck. 4 plus 2 is 6, and that speaks to the Virgo ruled house of your work and health and the competency and skills that you bring to the services that you provide. You aren't having any direct 6th house astrological energy, but that does not mean that you aren't being and somehow influenced by your work or your health or the services that either you have provided or that others have provided to you, to where you are inspired to write or speak about it. You are having this 3rd house. You may want to consider writing, because you're having Jupiter in your 3rd house for an entire year transit, and I'll do a video on that later, but you're also having the new moon in Libra in your 3rd house. It might be a really good time to start, if nothing else, writing down your thoughts. It'll help you after Mercury goes back station direct. It will help you with the insights on what the universe is trying to help you see right now. Could also be that you're getting divine communication. It could be inspired communication. And what you are being inspired to do could be some sort of inspired hobby. The second card from the Sacred Rebels Oracle deck that was pulled for you is Conscious Connections. It's the 35th card of the Oracle deck. 3 plus 5 is 8, and that speaks to the Scorpio ruled house of life, death, rebirth, sexuality, regeneration, and other people's money. This is the conscious, y'all, the Conscious Connections card. This is speaking to having connections with people on a conscious level or a subconscious level. There are people in my life that I can look at and almost have a conversation with without saying a word, just by looking at them. This could be the connection that you have with somebody that is so strong that even through dimensional shifts, meaning you still being in the 3D reality and possible loved one not being here in the 3D reality anymore, could be communication with them. It could be dreams from them. This is also, I think, the very intimate link that you can have with your intimate partner as well. I think this is embracing the light and the shadow side of you as well. Because that's 8th house energy, baby. Understanding that there is a light and a dark side to everything, and the best way for us to live is to live in balance with that light and the dark. See how they're perfectly balanced. Perfectly balanced. The 8, the infinity sign, perfectly balanced. Are you lacking balance in your life, Leo? Are you needing balance in that 3rd house? Because you've got an in conjunction going on in there where balance is required. Lord have mercy, all the 8s. You got another 8. The yin yang lover. Looks like an angel with bright red wings. Big full moon. I'm feeling it, y'all. Yin yang lover. And wasn't I just talking about balance and how things black and white and what? Come on now. The yin yang lover reads, the force of attraction is stronger than your conscious control. What? Conscious connections? Really? Okay. There is no need to fight this inner genius. You can learn to speak its language instead. What is it that captures you, that pulls you close, that holds so much light for you? Why fight it? Don't step away from what you really love to grab a hold of a second prize. Why not claim your first prize? It's there waiting for you. It is yours alone, beloved, and no one else can claim your divine birthright but you. Be yielding and let your desire fill your body, your heart, and your mind. You don't have to fight for what is already yours. It will come to you through the field of attraction that emanates from your own heart. It is not a question of worthiness or deservedness. It is not a question of trying to work out what you need to hear or want to hear. Your heart always knows, so listen. If you still can't hear, then just feel. If you can't hear, just feel. You'll get the gist of it soon enough. This oracle has a message for you. No matter whether you seem to be heading closer to your goal or farther away, you are making real spiritual progress And what you want is the same thing that is wanting you. What you are seeking is seeking you, and it's only a matter of time before you get it. The poem by Richard Cohen reads, "The moment when to fill my heart again is measured not in time or sweet remorse, nor tears that wash away unbridled pain, or morning's light which sings its soft retort. Such love has slept through storm and winters long, no call could break the stillness's embrace, or hasten change before the season's song unfurls its melody and words so chaste. Empowered thus, I found myself compelled to cast aside emotions dormant still. My feelings spoke, from depths the answer welled, no need or past, the emptiness to feel. At one our touch has opened hearts anew, of patience born, there waits a love so true." Keep the faith, my Leos. The universe is putting you where you need to be. Don't kick and scream. It's easier said than done, I know. I hope that you found this reading empowering, uplifting, and enlightening. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe. And if you already have, thank you from the bottom of my very grateful heart. I'll be around for the new moon in Libra at the very end of this month to pull some more cards for you. But until then, Leo, take care of yourself, be kind to yourself, and employ your self-care measures. Save some of that kindness for people around you too, because we're all going through this. I'll see you at the end of the month. Take care, Leo. Bye.